Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Epic Christmas Countdown. It is Crazy Hair Wednesday. As you can see, I have crazy hair right now because it's Wednesday. So, we're going to get on with things. Today, we're going to be talking about Christmas trees and how did we get those suckers. Because you would imagine, initially, that Christmas trees are kind of a crazy idea. Let's drag a tree from nature into the house and decorate it. Doesn't seem to be making any sense. Actually, it seems more like an anti-Arbor Day type of holiday where you're like, oh, hey, that tree there. I hate trees. Let's cut it down. Cut it down, bring it in. And his tree looks like crap. Let's get something on that thing. Then we decorate it, and it just makes no sense at all. But it's not really the story. The story actually, for once, originates with Jesus. You see, after Jesus was born, there was a guy who was king, and he found out Jesus was born. And he didn't want Jesus to be around, because if Jesus was the king, because it was like a prophecy that he would be king, if Jesus was a king, then this guy couldn't be king. It would be King Herod. So Herod said, kill that baby. So they tried to kill that baby. And so then Jesus' parents found out about this, and they ran away. And they're like, we can't stay here. This is crazy. And the Bible actually does regard this, and they tell us that Joseph had a dream that they needed to go away. So they ran away, they ran into the desert, and as they're running away, they needed to be in hiding. So, being in the desert, there are plenty of pine trees handy to be able to hide behind, especially over in the Middle East. Their deserts aren't like ours. You know, ours are full of sand, theirs are full of pine trees. And and that it's not actually sand. You know, you see movies that look like that, but this is years ago, 2,000 years ago actually, and that wasn't sand back then, it was pine needles. That's what they have now. They're just more broken down and more deader. So they're running through the desert and they find pine trees and they hide behind them, and the trees weren't exactly full, so they had to like throw clothing inside the branches and stuff to more make a barrier so they could be hidden behind it. And they put the baby Jesus, tiny baby Jesus in his golden fleece diapers underneath the Christmas tree. That's why we put presents under Christmas trees. And that, boys and girls, is the story of how we got Christmas trees and why we put gifts under it. Because the evil government was after tiny baby Jesus, trying to kill him and his parents. So, this Christmas, make sure that you're safe from the government and have a well-decorated tree with presents under it. Now, if you believe any of that story, go ahead and punch yourself in the throat, because none of it is true. The actual origin of the story, wait for it, is pagan. I know, right? Who saw that coming? Not this guy. No, I didn't want to. Anyways, it has to do again with Saturnalia. The people who practice Saturnalia, part of their worship beliefs had to do with worshiping trees, and at the time of celebration of Saturnalia, they would bring trees inside and decorate them. Now, obviously, as we discussed before, Christian church needs to take over Awesome Holiday. We can't get rid of traditions that they have because it would make it less awesome. So, what do? We erase history and pretend it didn't exist, and we put some kind of fake twist on it and say, hey, it actually means this now. And again, I'm not trying to say that I'm against Christmas trees. I'm not trying to say that Jesus is not important, or that we should not celebrate the birth of Jesus at this time of year, but just trying to educate you and let you know that things aren't always exactly as religion paints them to be, or at least as the masses believe they are. Just my thoughts on it. Sorry for the education. My bad. I know, the education part isn't as funny. That's why I had to tell you the awesome story of Jesus being chased and hidden under a Christmas tree. Because, I mean, it's believable, right? I mean, totally believable. Pine trees are all over the desert. I can never keep a straight face when I try to say that. Anyways, that is all we have today for this Crazy Hair Wednesday. Today, we are down to 17 days till Christmas. You're probably watching yesterday, and if you were smart and did what I told you to do and double check your things, you would notice that I got the count wrong. And give yourself a little golf clap for that if you got that. And if not, anyway, who cares? I got it wrong too. So, whatevs. But today we're down to 17 days until Christmas. So, get shopping, get decorating, get out there and get Christmasing. And so, they... Can't